recently I've come across a video on my recommended, and I'm disgusted. I'm genuinely disgusted at how gross human beings can be sometimes. There is heavy content listed in this video, so if you're not for people being mean to autistic people, if you're not for like alleged grooming, if you're not for crude language, adult language, I will try my best to censor all the crude language, of course, because we don't swear here. We don't really swear here. I'm not really for that. Right, so honestly, this video is just gonna be a bit harsh. So if you're not really for it, you can just click off. If you're strong enough to go through this, let's dive in. So this gacha creator by the name of Just Vincent, this person, I think they go by he, him. I'm not sure. I'll probably fluctuate between the pronouns because I don't want to say anything wrong, really. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get thrown into a grave. So this creator, Vincent, they came out with a video talking about the gacha tuber Mitch. Now, I'm not really into gacha anymore. I'm not really into gacha drama, but I did hear that this content creator did show the dead body of their bird and exploited that fact. By the way, this is just like some random insight. I have seen my pet die in front of me. It's very traumatic. It's very triggering. I'm not somebody who gets triggered easily at things, but when people mention that, I get hysteric. I cry because how are you going to show the internet like the body of your dead bird? Like, aren't you mourning? Aren't you mourning? Like, literally me, myself, I literally had to take a break from social media. I had to take a break from everything because I was in such a low state. That on its own is a bit like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what is this? So the alleged groomer in this situation is Mitch, and screenshots have come forward. Like, there are obviously few screenshots. I'm gonna link the video down below. The screenshots, they have very disturbing info. Click off if you're a prude or just don't like seeing sexual stuff. I have to remind you, the victim here, Vincent, was 11 years old, just barely 11, like was 10 like probably a month or two ago, and turned 11. And this person that was saying these obscenities, I'm going to be showing you some screenshots, I'll put one up here, was 16 years old. That's a 5-year age gap. 5-year age gap. I'm disgusted. Like, what the hell? Are you crazy? Do you want to go to jail? Like, I know that they're 16. Mitch is 16. But that's gross. Nobody does that. No sane person does that to a barely 11-year-old. And apparently there were other people who were involved in this situation who were also being extremely sexual to this barely 11-year-old. And by the way, this barely 11-year-old, they went to a psych ward. Vincent went to a psych ward and tried suicide. They contemplated suicide. And like, I feel so sorry for this person. Vincent, like, I asked him to make the video because the material that I kind of found in the video was a little obscene. It's disturbing. I don't like it. Makes me want to puke. Anything to do with people hurting children makes me want to puke. And apparently Mitch was making fun of Vincent because Vincent is autistic. I'm not sure if he's high functioning. I don't know. But apparently Vincent has a hard time reading tone, and Mitch is just saying like, you know what? I'm gonna use a bit of crude language. I'm gonna be the best and I'm gonna make fun of this person because they cannot read tone. When you have an all, like, very close to being 18-year-old, like, 2 years is not that much, by the way. A 16-year-old making fun of a barely 11-year-old who can't process tones. I'm sorry, but 11-year-old is a child to me. I'm just, like, a few years older than 11. Why are you making fun of a kid in the first place? Like, you're so pathetic to the point where you're making fun of a kid that can't read tone. Like, hello? Also, I'm sorry, but there's like a huge problem with pedophile groomers in the gacha community. There is, sadly, unfortunately, there are so many people, there are so many evil people in the gacha community. And I feel very bad for those kids. Those kids just probably want to have fun, and there's disgusting people who want to take advantage of them. That's so gross. I hate it when people use their power and use their talent for evil. I believe you should rot in hell if you do that to a child. I don't care whether it's physical, emotional, blah, 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 whatever. I had this happen to me. You will rot in hell if you do that. Common sense, people. Don't talk to an underage person if they're 5 years younger than you. Mitch, Millie, Miss Girl. And I can't believe that there are so many people who are grooming children in this community. Hatsumi Ru, Len Totally, Mitch. Who else? I'm about to scream obscenities. That's how mad I am at people. There's like a bunch of other people. Wasn't Sir Crumbles, that gacha tuber, like, weren't they a groomer? Were they a I think they were. I'm not sure. People like these, like Mitch, like Hatsumi Ru, like these people need to be kept off the internet. And unfortunately, this is the reality of the internet. There are so many bad people on the internet who are gonna mistreat minors. And that's so sad because there's a lot of people like that in real life. Maturing is realizing how many people do drugs and how many people are groomers and pedophiles. Period. I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, guys, that's like really it. That's all I have to say. Subscribe, Flocklings. I think this is gonna be like the only video where I discuss these topics. I'm probably lying, but like I think this is the only one I'm gonna do for now, because I can't believe that a community I used to be part of is so rampant with like bad people. Anyways, that's it, my beautiful flocklings. Ciao, cacao, goodbye. Let's roll the outro.